Yo, it's me, Mugen. Yeah, I know I look different on TV. Shut up. Anyway, I'm here with Chad and Jeremy. Check out Fusion Ha Podcast. And if you got any dumplings, I'm really hungry.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Jeremy, one half of Fusion High Podcast, here to give you another video. Chad and I, in the past, have mentioned about the fandom of wrestling and everything like that, or at least I brought it up. I'll tell you this much. And like back in October, I've watched a YouTuber who really went in deep of a specific wrestling fan base, which is the AEW, let me say it right, fan base. And this guy named is Duke Loves Rasslin. He's a brother from, I don't even know, but I know I've heard him from the PWT, Pro Wrestling Times. Those guys, it's Phil Marks. That's the guy who runs it. And he actually follow wrestling news, whether it's from the source of WWE, AEW, Dave Meltzer. He actually has his own segment on there with the flutes. It's funny. But anyway, but I'm honing in on Duke Loves Rasslin. And back in October, I think it was like 3 weeks old at the time. I was at my job and I was listening to this video, and you're gonna like the thumbnail. It's pretty funny. I was like, holy moly. And also on the comment, I want y'all to tell me if y'all went to an AEW show and seen a fan who looks like this, or remember the phrase is seen fans. Have you seen like a good percentile of fans who look just like this thumbnail I'm about to show you? So this really is just a reaction video about what Duke was saying and everything like that. I got it started. I ain't listened to that in a while, actually, since I want to say October, November time. So man, I'm gonna stop, give a little commentary and everything like that, and let me hear what you got to say on the comments and everything like that. So, without further ado, let's see. It's about 30 minutes, so enough for me. Okay, here we go. Get that set. All right, and action.
Now that we've gotten that out of the way, now that we've gotten the sweet stuff out of the way, it's time to get sour, baby. Because I'm going to tell you right now, these JellyBack humanoid bastards out there, they have completely ruined pro wrestling fandom as far as we know it. Okay? It is just incredible the way that these goofballs carry on. And really, the biggest display of how much of a JellyBack humanoid bastard that they are came this week. Okay? Both AEW.
Hold on. I just love how you keep calling them Jellybacks, man. It's just funny. I love it. I just, damn, like, that's creative to call somebody such a term. If you don't mind me saying, Jellyback. Oh my goodness. But I'm gonna stop interrupting. I might stop in key points and be like, giving my input on that. Here we go. We will get back to that in a second. Jellybacks.
Dynamite in WWE NXT aired on the same night, this past Tuesday. And as you can expect, the fans let the world know what they prefer. AEW Dynamite did a whopping 329,000 viewers for that episode of Dynamite. Okay, they also did 128,000 in the 18 to 49 demo.
Remember, that was back in October, so that's just a little FYI.
You know how I feel about these Nielsen ratings, folks. These ratings in general, bunch of baloney for the most part, unless you're a company that produces a high level of black and brown viewers, because we know that we're traditionally undercounted in these stupid ratings here. So that's why, I always say take it with a grain of salt. But we know, because AEW's head honcho there, Papa Tony Khan, the lactose intolerant son of a billionaire there, he has touted the fact that, he has the ratings and he loves the ratings and all that. And we know that he doesn't really draw many fans of color. Go figure. So, I tend to believe that the ratings for him are certainly accurate. On the flip side, WWE NXT, the second episode on the CW network, which is on regular television here in the United States. Anyone with a television antenna can get that channel, which is fantastic. WWE NXT, 874,000 viewers. Okay, and in the 18 to 49 demo, 318,000. Incredible. Okay, wow. They trounced them. They destroyed them. Anyone with eyes can see, and we all understand why. The WWE product is completely better than anything AEW is producing. Okay, we just know that for a fact. And
with that being said, and just stop here. And I had many debates with Chad at one point last year, and even not too much this year. And the proof in the pudding, here in 2025, that like Chad and myself, we both don't watch AEW. Chad admitted himself to me a week or so ago saying that he ain't watched it since before the cruise we went to, and that was in the middle of December of 2024. So it was like, it's so bad that neither of us watch it. And I might have to point out, I'm like, you got to pay me to watch AEW now, because the little bits I do see is like, it's kind of cool, but it's like I'm not there for moments. I'm there to watch the good television show from front to back. Don't get me wrong, WWE is not like perfect. They're not like, oh my God, they're the gods of wrestling or whatever the fuck. But they are like, they're consistent with their stuff. It's like, it's never perfect, but it's great stuff. Clearly due to ticket sales. Matter of fact, here's a little story real quick. On Valentine's Day, that's what happened. On Friday, Valentine's Day, and I've been looking for this. I was watching this, and my wife wanted this belt, man. And the women's title, the Raw women's title, the one Rhea Ripley got currently as we speak, this date, right? It was like $4.99. I'm like, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying $4.99 for that damn belt. And on Valentine's Day, I remember watching SmackDown that evening. They said they had a sale. I think it was either 30 to 35% off website wide. I got on my phone, make sure, because I was looking for both Mondays and Fridays. Excuse me. They always do sales on Raw and SmackDown. Just something to let y'all know. And that belt was finally on sale for like 30 to 35% off. Save $150 basically. And it only had 3 left. They had 3 left. Hurry up. You can't even, right at this moment. What's the date? February 27, 2025. They're not even on sale. They ain't got no more in the warehouse as we currently speak. That's crazy. That is crazy. So I'm gonna get back to Duke Loves Rasslin, because it's really talking about the fans on this. But like, the product of both AEW and WWE they're countries away from one another. And that's cool, they got their own fan. It's a niche, fan base, like CM Punk said and other folks is, but the WWE getting global right now, man. It's different. Even like in NXT, they just got Ricky, formerly known as Ricky Starks, now it's Ricky Saints. So this is something to talk about. I'm not gonna be our earful. Back to Duke Loves Rasslin. Let's see what he say, man. Let's see what the man say.
Including NXT, which a lot of folks want to continue to say this is developmental. We know that on this episode, the main event, you had Javon Evans going up against Randy Orton, the future WWE Hall of Famer. So, you definitely throw some legends in the mix there, but nonetheless, let's call it what it is. AEW Dynamite is AEW's flagship show.
True.
I don't care that it's on a different night. It's still on the same network. Every Tuesday, on average, about 700,000 people are watching pro wrestling. WWE NXT, right? So we know that the fan base exists. They're there. And they're watching NXT previously on the USA Network, which, surprise, surprise, on cable. So this notion that the reason why Dynamite didn't do so well is because they were not on their traditional night is just a bunch of hogwash. It's a bunch of baloney. It's a bunch of nonsense. Okay? But there's a deeper story here. Because
I remember that. Okay. I remember this. So that's the time they both. So I think, dang, what was going on? Oh, it was a sporting event, either hockey or something. I forget what it was. Anyway, that was the day they both did Tuesday. Right? And let's be honest, WWE does do this. They'll put their legends on and stuff like that. Like that one time they had Cena, they had Undertaker. This is last year too, at the time, 2024. And this is around the time I think they had like CM Punk and Randy Orton that same night and everything. And I agree with Duke because this ain't the first time this happened. You know, I mean, I seen AEW when I was watching different nights, and I tuned in on that. So, come on, guys, like miss me with the BS, man. It's 300 and something like that. Part of it will be because it's the night change. Because I'm not gonna sit there and go, it's never that. But let's be honest, if you're a diehard fan, and they do have some in there, they be checking for them. Come on, let's not kill ourselves. Let's not kid ourselves and kill ourselves. Come on, guys.
Because Collision during the same week, 216,000 viewers. And Rampage, 269,000. All those shows put together still does not equal NXT's 874,000 viewers.
God.
One
Damn.
quote unquote developmental show for WWE did more than all of the AEW shows combined. You Jellyback humanoid bastards. You can't admit the truth? The AEW product right now stinks. It's poorly booked. There are no storylines that make any sense. Even people who are legends cannot get over because the way that company is structured, especially from a creative standpoint, it is just completely a bore. It is a turnoff. People with any sense are turning their backs on this nonsense. That's what it is. It's nonsense. But the Jellybacks, they got excuses for days, okay? And it really is impressive. Let me tell you something. I have been going back and forth with some of these folks just to see how far they'll take this thing. You know what I mean? How ridiculous can your excuses be? And I'm going to read some of these for you. Listen to this. Mike Stornarelli, okay? Nation of African American Wrestlers, the Facebook group there. Good old Mike here says, network television beat a cable show airing outside its normal day and time slot. I'm shocked. Well, not that shocked. Hey, Mike, you jellyback humanoid. Enough with the excuses, buddy. If people cared about the product, they would tune in and watch it. Okay? So this little jellyback nonsense you got going on there, come on, bro. We see what it is. Okay? We see exactly what it is. Let's find another one here. Lamar Warsham, okay, who's a guy who you'd think have some sense. Listen to this one. CW has 50 million more viewers than TBS, and AEW is preempted, and they didn't market it well. The last part is...
What does that mean in English? This network had more viewers than that network? Sorry for the long pause. Okay. Okay. I don't know if they count Hulu. I don't know. Because I don't even have cable no more. Most American, I think most, I'm not even going, not all Americans nowadays in this day and age of in the 2000s. Well, I would say the mid 20 teens till now haven't had cable in a while. I think the last time I had cable was 2015, maybe. I got rid of it. Paid too much. And I was like, dude, I was watching Netflix more, Hulu more. And then a lot of the cable channels anyway was playing a bunch of reruns at that time. I don't know what cable looked like. I kind of do to Hulu and everything like that. So I don't know. But to sit there and say one network having more viewers than another network, maybe it's your programming if that's the case. God, and he was about to say, I think I remember this part. Like, yeah, it's true. Like, fucking AEW didn't freaking advertise good enough. So, boo-hoo. Back to the show.
The only part that actually makes any damn sense there, Lamar. You're right. They didn't market it well. AEW doesn't market anything well. I don't know what the hell listen, this has got to be some kind of front going on, this company here. Okay, it's got to be some kind of tax scheme or something like that. I really think the IRS needs to dig into their books and take a look at what the hell's going on with this company. Okay, because what we do know is there's a lot of big numbers that are tossed around and claimed, and yet when we actually take a look at what they do with this product, a kid playing the video game would do a better job of promoting than what Tony Khan is doing. It's fascinating. People are not showing up at the events. People are not watching on television. People are not watching on YouTube. You can get all their action figures down at Walmart on a discount. It's we got the holiday season coming up, and you literally can go down to Walmart and you can get AEW action figures in the clearance section. Nobody wants them. Can you imagine that? Nobody wants them.
Wow.
Listen, if I go down to Florida right now, Jacksonville, I guarantee you there will be far more WWE product out there, and it actually moves. And meanwhile, you'll see the AEW product in the clearance section. What does that tell you? In the toilet, while you jellyback humanoid bastards make excuses. Let's find another one here. Let's find Levon Bing. I didn't even know AEW was on till it was just about over. Yeah, I bet you didn't. You know? Cord Hardy. So basically, 1 million people enjoyed wrestling last night. Cool. Good job, Booker T. Trying to take a shot at me, calling me Booker T, which, hey, Booker T, you know, the Hall of Famer, 2-time Hall of Famer, 5-time champion. Come on. Come on. I'll take that as a compliment, you humanoid.
Okay. Me and Chad has had conversations in the past about people who talk a certain way. I love how the whole trope of all black people look the same is a thing in the IWC, just in the internet period. And it's like, I don't let it get to me when people talk trash like that. Well, hell, they barely talk trash to me or Chad on the internet. It's mostly love, so thank y'all. But for like to hear like people in the IWC keep talking that way towards black men and women, like, oh, Booker T, yeah, I'll be like, damn, you call me Booker T? Hell, that dude, you ever seen Booker T in real life? That dude is tall and muscular, man. Got a deep voice like this, and very commanding when he talks. And yes, he is 6-time world heavyweight champion, king of the ring, multiple time tag team champion with his brother. He got his own wrestling school and producing actual wrestlers to this day. He's part of the ID program as we currently speak, because at the time I don't think that was a thing back in October. And here we are in February of 2025. Yeah, that's a good comparison to call me then if I was freaking Duke. And I was like, come on, guys, on the internet, grow the fuck up. The fuck? That's how you got racial jokes? No, that's racist jokes. It's not even racial, and it's not even a good one. Fucking assholes. Back to the show.
You know, it's fascinating to me that people can't just be honest. Just tell the truth. And I understand. Maybe it's the hurricane. Maybe the hurricane has mixed up some of these folks' brains because there was tornadoes. There was all kind of things going on there. Maybe your brains got mixed up. This is not a good product.
Period.
It's not. And here's the best part. There is no sign whatsoever that any improvement is coming. It's just more of the same. And Tony Khan, I'm going to tell you right now, you can mix all the drinks you want. You can give out all the hugs you want. You can consume all the kratom that exists in the world. Because that's what I hear, Tony. You love that kratom. I wonder why. Look it up, folks, if you don't know what kratom is. It is incredible to learn what this stuff is and primarily who are the folks that use it. It's incredible. Anyway, Tony, your company is in the toilet. And it's fascinating to see the way that you manage things. Case in point, Bryan Danielson, who...
Stop there real quick. I don't know why Tony be on drugs. The jokes are good, though. I'm just going to stop there. So, y'all know what that stuff is, hey, if you seem like you got symptoms, let us know.
Who's your champion, finally? You put the belt on the guy when it means the least, which is fascinating to me. Bryan Danielson. We know Bryan Danielson is he's past his prime. He's beat up. The guy needs a lot of time off. In fact, he just needs to retire. He's admitted to all kind of nerve issues. We know that he's had a history of concussion issues, the whole 9 yards, right? Bryan Danielson actually admitted during a conversation on with some guy from The Uncrowned. I don't know what that is, some kind of publication there, but it's called The Uncrowned. Anthony Shula Heffinger. You can look that up. But this is what Danielson said in relation to his recent match against Okada in AEW. Quote, midway through the match, I started losing strength in my legs.
Oh, hell.
There's a point later in the match where I'm trying to kick him and I can't turn over my kicks. That's something that I have the body mechanics to do because I've been doing it for so long, but here I am and I can't turn my hip over for this kick. When I got to the back, I went to the trainer right away and they worked on me for 30 minutes.
God.
They said it was stemming from neck stuff. It's getting to a point where physically we're seeing the signs. I haven't been sleeping well because I have been having this shooting pain down my arm. That's Bryan Danielson. So here's a guy who is openly having interviews. First of all, where's his media training? But he's openly having interviews where he's explaining that he can't feel his legs, can't feel his arms. He's got neck stuff, whatever the hell that means, neck stuff going on with him, right? Why is this guy in a wrestling ring? And who's clearing him, Tony? Tony Khan, who is clearing this guy to wrestle? If he can't feel his legs, if he's having arm issues, if he has quote unquote neck stuff, according to your trainers, he's a danger to himself and everybody else. Why would you put this guy in the ring? It is just incredible to me.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Jeremy, one half of Feature Hop Podcast, here to introduce this book named Torian by Charisse Smiley, published by Black Gold Publishing. This book is dope. It's a story by a young black girl named Whitney Rich, about her family, her friends, how she got her powers. There's anime references on there. There's video game references on there. It's pretty fun, dope stuff. A good detail about it, chapter 4. I ain't gonna tell you much about that, but man, if you want to know more about this book, man, and you want to get this book, check the link down here below, man. Hey, shout out to Mr. Smiley. You did your thing on this, man. This is good writing. It's a good story to tell. He emailed us and told us, hey man, it's based off but at least with the powers of Samus from Metroid, man. But get this book, Torian, man. Get it. That is a genuinely good question to ask anybody who's a boss or a promoter in this case, to put a guy who's not just that, and even on Bryan Danielson's in that. Why would you say that out loud? Because it's funny, because some of the fans do care, you know what I'm saying? But now that's out in the open, excuse me, now that's out in the open, why would you put that dude out there like that? And I know that guy, I love Bryan Danielson. Chad loves Bryan Danielson. We love what he did. We love what he stands for. He seems like a genuinely good man, a good person. Golly, to sit there. And matter of fact, I remember, thank you, Chad, by the way. We went to an AEW show because of Chad, right? Chad got us tickets, man. Chad, his wife, me and my wife went. And we seen when it happened. I think that was, was it Collision? Not Collision. What were we taping? It wasn't Dark, because they still was doing Dark and all that stuff. They gave, Tony's good for giving us good wrestling, where he failed and stuff like that, and the guy became a big debacle. But anyway, getting back to Tony, it's he hurt, almost got hurt then. And it's shit, we watched that in front of us. And just imagine to see a guy, he can't kick because he has nerve issues from his neck on down to his legs. And I'm glad he's off now. You know, after that, you know, when he lost the belt, John Moxley. He lost the belt to John Moxley, and yikes! Oh man, to hear that. Rumor has it they say they see him backstage. He's probably doing like some backstage stuff, which that's good. You know, I know he loves the wrestling industry, but to Tony, dude, what are you doing, man? You're putting these men and women in these jacked up situations, and I go back to what Chad says. These men and women do things, you know, he highly respected, and I do too. And it's crazy, like even Omega and Bryan, even at their worst, they do their best. Those are the GOATs. But at the same time, you shouldn't be the GOAT because, yeah, man, like I had a bullet wound and I still did something incredible. So, dude, what are you doing? And hopefully he's still not doing that. Like I said, I don't watch the product no more. I hope he's still not putting injured wrestlers out there. Back to the show. Come on, y'all.
Degree of, what's the word I'm looking for? Irresponsibility? Mismanagement? Lunacy going on over there? It's incredible, Tony. Tony, I know you're listening. It's incredible. Bryan Danielson is going to either get paralyzed or worse in that wrestling ring. And that will be what your company will be known for. And again, these jellyback humanoid bastards out here will do everything but admit this is a problem. Instead of putting the pressure on Tony Khan and saying, hey, we don't want to see Bryan Danielson become a vegetable. We don't want to see Bryan Danielson be a handicap for life. We don't want to see Bryan Danielson die in an AEW ring.
Nope.
On national TV.
Nope.
In front of the world.
Nope.
Can you maybe do something about that? Can you tell this guy his wrestling career is over for now or over for good? Can you do that, Tony? Can you show some damn compassion?
Please.
Instead of these jellyback humanoid bastards saying, hey, Tony, the product stinks right now. It's not working. Everything you're doing is not working. What are you going to do in order to improve upon this? And we need to have it happen now. Make some changes. Give us more women's content. Make sure black male singles wrestlers are competitors, top competitors for the world championship. Make that consistent. And I'm not just talking one guy either, Swerve. What about Swerve? I'm not just talking about one guy. Actually develop a real, contingent here. Something serious here, right? Instead of doing any of that,
I forgot he said that. I really forgot that he said that because that was my biggest complaint with Swerve. And that's not a Swerve. That's not the wrestler himself. That I'm the first black champion. I mentioned this in a video before in the past. Yeah, actually, like big up freaking black wrestlers. Don't make that a oh my God. Duke said it too. I forgot he said that. Fucking hate that shit, man. Dick. That's how upset I am, man. He's right.
You folks just sit back and you smile and you say, oh, look at Tony. Look, isn't he he's a swell, crazy guy. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. This is 2024, folks. We don't have to sit back and continue to accept mediocrity. We should be demanding the best of the best.
Agreed.
You're spending money. Every time you watch, you're giving away time. That costs something. And I know most people have turned the channel. They refuse to watch this garbage known as All Elite Wrestling. But you Jellybacks keep watching. Don't you want the product to be better? I know some of you are neckbeards and you got bad body odor.
Damn.
I know that you're frustrated because, women for the most part don't give you the time of day. And that's why you read all these self-help books. And that's why you really want to inflict upon women because they never gave you the time of day. You never dated the prettiest girl in school. You didn't hang out with the cheerleader or anything like that. You were never the star on the sports team. You're a jellyback. You're a neckbeard. You're a humanoid. You never got any of those, so that's why you want to inflict upon them. And that's why you want your little members-only club known as All Elite Wrestling. Oh, yeah. Blood and guts and swearing. Yeah. Meanwhile, everybody with any sense have turned their back on this nonsense and walked away. It's not family friendly. It's not entertaining. It's like an inside foolish.
I will stop on that. Hold up. I'm cool with certain things. The only thing I push back on is like why they gotta be family friendly. It is violence. So I mean, I know WWE doing this thing. I do like the fact that AEW is an alternative. I will admit that, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, why the kids got to come? Why can't the adults have something? But I do understand like the whole, like at the time when I was watching, there was a lot of blood. Like John Moxley bled like every time. Like, God damn, man, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's like this dude bled on an episode that he wouldn't even own. How you do that? You know, this actually happened. This is real life. This happened in real life. But like I you know, that's the only thing I'm pushing on. I ain't mean to stop. Like I just gotta get those points in. It don't have to be family friendly in my opinion, but I mean, we already got the WWE and they going gangbusters even then. Back to the show, guys. Back to the mother freaking show.
Joke that really the joke is on you. That's what it is. It's an exclusive club for humanoids. And it doesn't have to be that way. There are so many talented people in that company who
Agreed.
can do good work.
Agreed.
They're just not set up for success. And listen, we got this whole situation where allegedly AEW is getting paid over $150 million per year starting in January.
Oh yeah, that was
for this new television rights deal that they have with WBD.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that WBD is in financial turmoil and David Zaslav, the guy in charge, has stated he still needs to find more money to cut. He's got to get this off the books. Got to save money. Save. This guy is going to spend that much on a failing product known as All Elite Wrestling. I just find that hard to believe. And I don't care how many performance enhancing taking dirt sheet writers who claim otherwise, as if they've seen the books, as if they were in the room making the deals. I don't care what they say and how many lies that they spin. It's not true. There is no way that David Zaslav gave AEW $150 million plus per year when their product is in the toilet. It is the value of this thing is literally the gum on the bottom of your shoe.
Damn.
It sucks. It's terrible. It's unwatchable. It doesn't even make sense. And even when they find little glimmers of hope, they manage to screw it up. As soon as you signed Danielson, you should have had him and Punk in a feud for the title. Should have figured it out. The first champion of AEW should have either been Omega or Hangman Page, who at that time was still, unknown enough to be worth something. Now he's not worth anything. He looks like a miserable bastard right now in that company. And I'm going to tell you right now, that guy is going to be the biggest what if in the history of wrestling. Hangman Page had a chance to be a real star in the wrestling world, and Tony Khan devalued that guy so quickly and so terribly that he'll never have a chance again. He's a nothing happening guy now. That ship has sailed and it's never coming back.
Yikes. That's cold as ice when he said that. I'm gonna be real with you. I actually think Jericho back then, not the Jericho of today, should have been the inaugural champion. But I do agree Omega probably should have been, if not Jericho, not Hangman, maybe Hangman should have been number 2, kind of like establish Hangman, because like he just said he wouldn't own enough, but at least Omega had enough clout, and like it looked cool. You know, the stuff he was doing back then was cool. But Jericho has so much star power, it just only makes sense. I mean, I think a lot of promoters would agree with that. To have Jericho be the first ever AEW champion. But like I said, like Duke said, I agree. If not him, Omega, but Hangman, no. So that's the only thing I'll push back a little bit on that subject matter. Continue.
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But the Jellyback humanoid bastards, they will have you believing that it's no big deal. They were the same folks. Give it time. Give it time. They can't do the give it time now. So now they just have to just stand firm and just say, just enjoy wrestling. Same goofballs who, in the beginning, when AEW was beating NXT in the ratings, when they were on at the same time, a couple years back, right? AEW, with former WWE legends and all, was beating WWE's developmental television show. And these Jellybacks were celebrating that. But now that it's clear AEW will never have a chance again, it's over. Now suddenly, just enjoy wrestling. Jellyback humanoid bastards is what they are. And I want everybody with any sense to call them out. Every time you see them online, every time you see them face to face, anytime the subject comes up, I want you to remind them that they're a bunch of Jellybacks. And then tell them that their lactose intolerant leader, Tony Khan, has literally put AEW in the crapper. All you got to do is flush at this point. That's how bad it is. It's a terrible product. It's embarrassing that it's a terrible product because, again, it's not the fault of the performers. Although I will say, again, with a guy like Danielson, the fact that you would even allow him to ever set foot in a ring is just embarrassing. I'm telling you, folks, we have to, as we embark on a new year, 2025 on the horizon, we have to lead with truth. And we have to stop allowing the feelings of these Jellybacks to get in the way of being honest.
I agree.
Right? They'll shout you down. They don't want to hear it. They get the shakes. Ooh, they sound like Paul Bearer. Ooh. You know, they do all this nonsense here because they can't emotionally accept the fact that something that they thought was going to be good is not. They can't emotionally accept that even in wrestling, they're still the losers. They're still the losers. They were the losers their entire life. They never learned how to be a winner. They're Jellybacks.
Jellybacks.
They smell bad. They're not like us. They don't use deodorant. They don't have scented soaps that they pay attention to. They're Jellybacks. Humanoids.
They're Jellybacks.
Stink. They're awkward when they communicate.
This guy is talking shit.
Come on, let's talk about it. Right? They think looking good is a t-shirt and jeans. How many black t-shirts and jeans are you going to walk around with in this world? At some point, you got to care about yourself and look like somebody, right? Maybe not. Not for the Jellybacks. Not for the Jellybacks.
Oh my God.
You know, I feel that as we embark on 2025, WWE is only going to get better. You got the John Cena retirement tour.
Wow.
It looks like, you know, obviously the Cody Rhodes experiment's not working. He's a weakling anyway. So he's either going to have to turn heel or he's just going to get eaten up.
Okay. I would say he kind of foresees some stuff. Yeah, the Cody stuff. I think at that time it was kind of. I'll admit that because I had my complaints too with the Cody stuff. That John Cena tour stuff, we just started. We're in February as of right now, the recording. I mean, he did help Jey Uso with the Royal Rumble early this month. So we'll see what we got with the rest. Let's see what else Duke got to say. Give me a minute. Where's that button at? Like this. I like that. Could kind of see me on that one.
Because Roman is going to get that belt back. We may even get a run for The Rock or Cena or both. You never know. You know what I mean? So the sky is the limit for what we can expect from WWE over the next year.
He's right.
And meanwhile, in AEW, there's not a single thing we can look forward to. Maybe Bobby Lashley signed with them, and the Hurt Business or the Hurt Syndicate is what they'll call themselves, will reform.
They did that.
For what? And to what end? How will that matter? Because it's not like they have any good writing that's going to support them to where they can be as big as they were. I have a Hurt Business shirt that I received for Christmas a couple years back. That's how big they were. My family went out and got me that because they knew. And I still rock that shirt with pride. I love that group. But you put it in the toilet with the rest of AEW, and what is it? Right? What is it? You know what it is.
All right. On that note, I'm gonna stop there. I don't know what else he said after that. I don't think that. I think it's more of the same. Mostly it was Duke Loves Rasslin pretty much defecating on the IWC, mostly on the AEW fan and AEW itself and the product. And it's funny. Let me get rid of this real quick. Stop sharing. And it's sad at the state that they are back then and even currently. You got a couple onesies and twosies that can make stuff work. It's not like me bashing AEW. It's really just a reaction video of Duke Loves Rasslin and his rant about the fans / the product of AEW. And he is right. WWE has, new endeavors, and it's funny because they just got rid of Cedric Alexander in WWE. $5 say he going to AEW to be a part of Hurt Syndicate, which actually is one of the best things going. I think that Kylie Cameron, if I'm saying her name right, Harley Cameron, I'm sorry, she's doing good over there with her and Mercedes at the time. I don't know what else she's doing. She made a puppet or Muppet, whatever you want to call it, of Mercedes. That was a thing. But in the Hurt Syndicate is also cool. They tag team champions as of right now of recording of this video. They got some stuff. It's just, man, they got to book it better. And the fans, I mean, as of now, so at the time then of the recording of what Duke did, they was just going, they was going ham on that stuff. Stuff I've heard. I don't, like I said, I don't really argue with wrestling fans. Like, man, like a couple of debates, but I don't argue. You just like wrestling. Man, I'm a grown man. Don't tell me what the hell to do. But that being said, let me show you like his YouTube page. By the way, he does do a lot with Devon. Here you go. His share. He does do a lot with Devon. So that's his page right here. Got a lot of videos. Let's go to his videos right here. It's a lot of cool stuff. He does have some things, he talking about Linda right here. I haven't listened to a lot of it. He got a couple views, but yeah, he actually talks to Devon Dudley a lot, man. And I see Devon himself. he goes, he does a lot. He got a lot of stuff that's coming out on. I can't talk. I'm like out of it right now, right? He got a lot of stuff as of right now with YouTube. He's like blown up quick, man. He already did some videos with The Undertaker, like a podcast with him, stuff with Maven and everything like that. So he blowing up. So like besides the wrestling school and other side projects that he got, he's also blown up like that on YouTube, like even faster than Rob Van Dam. And I like Rob Van Dam, but I think him and Undertaker got the same editor. You can tell like who does what. Like sometimes you can tell like the format of videos, but yeah, check out Duke Loves Rasslin, man. Yeah, he got some good stuff. He's pretty knowledgeable about the industry and everything. Also, PWT, you know, is more satire, but it is like, you know, talk about like wrestling news and like even like the you know, what is that, IWC, which is, you know, the internet wrestling community, which is kind of scary sometimes if you talking to some of those people. But enough of that. I am done. I hope y'all like the reaction video. Please like, share, subscribe. I hope you like this. If it's, you know, if you like more of this kind of content from Chad or myself, please let us know. Thank you for rocking with us, you know, watching our shorts and watching some of our videos and everything like that. We're trying to get more subscribers. We're trying to do more videos. We're trying to meet more people. It's like that. I know, like, so I'm doing my own thing. Chad did his own thing. We're just trying to keep stuff, you know, going. Check us out. Like, all the links in below. They come down to our social media. We on Twitter /X if you're nasty, like Chad be saying. Instagram, Facebook, and all that good jazz. And like I said, man, watch some of my old stuff. We got a lot of interviews from voice actors. Got a couple wrestlers. We actually need to talk to some more wrestlers. We're gonna put that in the books. Just a crazy start as of now, but you know, it is what it is. We got content, and you know, you just gotta edit it. Day jobs, right? Am I right? So that being said, I'm Jeremy, one half of Fusion High Podcast, and please watch some more stuff, man. Thank you for your time, and y'all have a good one. Peace.